Welcome back to the pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It is time for the Broadcasters Roundtable. Dave Peck alongside Newport Gulls field reporter Aram Layton and the voice of the Plymouth Pilgrims, Quinn Kelly. Aram, we'll start with you. What a win on Monday night, 10-9 over the Pilgrims. What does that say about this team?
I mean, it was a little bit of a negative for a little bit there, giving up a 7-run lead. But a lot of teams you think the win would come out of their sails. They'd fold over, but the Gulls didn't. Came back in the 8th inning to score 2 more and recapture the lead and shut the door. That's resiliency in a nutshell, and if that's something that they can build off of here in the home stretch, that'll be something good for the Gulls.
Dalton Reed, 5 for 5, 6 RBI, 2 home runs. I mean, what did you see from him? He's really come on lately.
Well, he said after the game he just was seeing the ball really well. Sometimes that's all that it takes. Sometimes it looks like an aspirin pill. Sometimes it looks like a beach ball. And I guess for Dalton Reed right now, it's looking like a beach ball. He hit 2 of the longest home runs we've seen all year, especially one to dead center. 5 for 5, 6 RBIs. That's got to be the best performance we've seen from a Newport player all season. So that's something they really need, especially with Cole Austin and some other guys going down and leaving for the summer. Someone needs to pick up the slack, and Dalton Reed's doing a great job of that so far.
And then Knight Ryder, he had a difficult 8th inning, but was able to come back and pick up the win after giving up the grand slam to Riley Helen, which gave Plymouth a 9-8 lead. What does that say about his mental capacity up there?
Same thing with the team. You give up a grand slam to give up the lead. You could easily fold over and say that's it. But he came back. He knew he didn't have his best stuff that night. Coach Coombs had the confidence in him to send him back out in the 9th, which says a lot about Nate Ryder. And he was able to get out, close the game out, and pick up his league-leading 8th save of the year.
All right, Quinn, we'll toss it over to you. Similar questions, just on the other end of things. It was a wild night. Plymouth did come back in the game. They had the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, and when you come back from a 7-run deficit, I mean, it's just, it's kind of crazy to not be able to pull that one out. And that's just been kind of the way it's been for the Pilgrims over this last little skid, a lot of close games. And, I mean, we've seen back-to-back games. They had the New Bedford game and this game here where they had the tying run and scoring position in the last inning and just couldn't bring them around. It's been a lot of just close calls and not getting the job done.
This is a kind of uncharacteristic 2 games in a row that the Gulls and the Pilgrims face off. Plymouth was off yesterday, but Newport was rained out against Danbury. How do the Pilgrims just put it behind them and try and, get back to their winning ways?
I think the off day came at a perfect time. I think everybody had a reset, lock in, and say, you know what, are we going to go out? Do we want to be the number 1 seed? Do we want to, take control of this division? And they were really blessed that Ocean State got rained out again last night too. So we're still sitting in first, heading into tonight's game, and you got work to do. So you just got to say, we reset, recharge, and go back to work today.
All right, for Quinn Kelly and Aram Layton, I'm Dave Peck. The Gulls and the Pilgrims are facing off for the 6th and final time in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. The Newport Gulls pregame show continues next, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.